No.
Push button. Do it now. Also, Portal. Both Portal games are now on Switch for like $25, so you no longer have an excuse not to play them.
Addiction. Ah! Eddie. What the fuck? Do you want me to hear?
You can really tell that the English voice clips were pulled from a DS, while the Japanese ones were pulled from a Game Boy Advance.
Objection!
Waiting for my broadcast. Really take a crap.
Understandable. Hopefully your Wi-Fi improves someday.
I'm in the basement, it's not likely. Ah! Just press start playing. It's working. Literally frozen. Ew.
You're cutting out a lot.
Not cutting out. There's a difference between me cutting out and my microphone being laid down and stuff. My microphone was laid down.
Well,
Actually laid down.
I'm just letting you know what it sounds like on my end.
I'm gonna scream. Why? Come on. The sounds are probably working, is the worst part.
Yeah.
It's like very likely.
Experimentally, I'm going to turn on vibration for tonight. So, Twitch chat, if you're listening to me, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection got announced today, so you should all pre-order that as soon as you can. It will be on Switch, PS4, and Steam. Go buy it. I'm serious. And also, Portal Companion Collection came out on Switch today, so I highly recommend that. Both of those games are great. I think they're games that everyone who likes games should experience at some point, because I think there are very few people who wouldn't enjoy Portal. I think they're very easy games to like. Let's just assume the sound is working, and yeah, let's just assume the sound is working and start and just get into the trial.
Okay. It's working.
Oh,
it may just be my. Okay. I don't know what the ping should be for today, but Grrr, Adrian, so it should be.
No, the ping should be go buy Portal Companion Collection on Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
March 22nd, 2:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Dude, I can't believe that Adrian. No way. Not cool and collected Adrian Andrews.
She's your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner, well, It was, well, her. I can talk. What are you talking about?
So after the ceremony during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a dog the entire time.
See, she could have also easily planted the blood-covered bun in your hakama.
Because she was the one that came to wake me up? Also, I'm proud of you for not hesitating when you got to the word hakama there. Then, dude, you're saying it really was her?
Yes. She's the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Corrida.
Which is good news for us, because we need to finish this trial in only one day, or else Maya's dead. But why? I thought she was buds with Juan.
She has her own agenda.
Yeah, it says so right here. 8:15, murder Juan. 8:16, with frame on guard. Her own agenda? What are you talking about?
I'm sure you'll see by the time the trial's over. It'll be alright. I'll give you acquitted? There you go.
Yep.
By the end of today.
I'll get you acquitted by the end of today, at gunpoint if I have to.
Oh fuck, damn.
Give me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude? Phoenix? You think her motive is related to Celeste Impax's missing suicide note, right?
Yes. Miss Andrews is dependent on Miss Impax as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss Impact suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note and the person thought to have hidden it.
Is Juan Corrida the victim of this murder?
And that's why I think that Miss Andrews are close to Mr. Corrida. All to get the suicide note back.
That sounds plausible, but one thing bothers me.
What?
Who was it that first told us about the relationship? Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Impax.
It was Edgeworth.
It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Don't let your guard down yet. March 22nd, 2:25 p.m. District Court Courtroom. Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court, Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Corrida's room. What is your occupation?
I'm the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Mangard.
I see. Oh.
Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Yes, sure. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing.
Is she single?
No, I would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently.
Oh, no, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossipland.
If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me.
Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Yes. I was seeing Mr. Corrida.
So she's not single? Damn.
I was was also aware of the rivalry there we go, that existed between Matt and Juan. But this was a private matter between Juan and myself.
Oh, so no threesomes? So it was a fry and bait matter. Or was that bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing.
But I didn't kill him.
No one is accusing you of that. Right?
I think there's someone who would beg to differ. Right?
I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews. And your, and your shade being thrown at Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth. Very well, then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place.
Right. It was time for the show to start, I think, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. Simple as that. I was in shock. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
You know, like you do when you're in a room with a dead body. You poured yourself a glass of juice.
Yes, sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of a crime. And tomato juice. So good. I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. Sorry about that.
And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Phoenix? She's one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match, and also the body, awooga.
Yeah, I know.
In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing. Just kick her in the knees a little.
Disrupt her pacing?
She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. Just punch her right in the throat. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over. Understand? So we're pressing everything?
Yep. Press for all. And what was Mr. Ungar doing at this time? He was taking a nap. What was that? He was worn out from his many performances of Nikolai Samurai during the ceremony. Mr. Ungar did say he was taking a nap. Then I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes? Excuse me? It? What are you?
Yeah, the novel by Stephen King. Right. I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I will make one for you. Watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. Onguard's knife from his room?
No.
Subject, verb, object, right? Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue.
Oh my god. After that, Juan's room. And why did you do that? As a friendly gesture, Juan wants to make an appearance with the other heroes. So the show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Or is that the only reason? I beg your pardon? What are you implying? You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim. Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind. Sorry, but I didn't have any intentions in mind at the time. You can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence, I guess.
May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got to his room?
And there was the body. I was in shock. You were in shock. Right, so confused by that statement. He's like, I personally have seen lots of dead bodies, and I have not been in shock. What? Was I not supposed to be?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I mean, how old are you, you big baby? You're already 23. I thought you were a big girl.
Miss Andrews is a very calculating person.
As you can tell by the abacus she's holding.
And despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Karina.
Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked.
Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not.
I see.
And naturally, this is the foe you're referring to, correct? Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest. And the guitar was like that too. Yes, it was open and empty, of course.
And then, what did you do next, witness?
Juice. You drink juice. Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. But you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it.
So you were feeling faint, so you poured yourself a glass of juice. But you were feeling faint, so you put it down.
Makes sense. What are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with that statement at all. Miss Andrews, I'd like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Correa, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank. I didn't think that was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Never mind. It's no big deal. What was she starting to say just now? Press further!
I'm sure it was nothing. Let's just leave her be.
Miss Andrews! I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was.
Actually, so would I.
I'm sorry. It's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over.
Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? This mess of glass shards?
It was originally on top of the dresser. When I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case.
Why did you withhold such an important piece of information?
I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess.
It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. Press!
Were you not going to read that one?
Oh. Yeah, you're right. I probably should have read it. Oh well. What kind of flower vase was it? I forgot it was a new statement. It was a glass vase, and it was fairly big and heavy. I thought I would try to take Juan's pulse. So I set the glass I was holding down the dresser. That's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase. That's all. I thought she was always in total control of herself.
That's what she would like people to think. Always be mindful of the gap between your perception and reality.
Doesn't sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now.
You don't think so, Phoenix? I warned you earlier that she would not crack so easily. The only way to make her is to...
keep on the offenses and not let up.
Yeah, just kick her in the knees. The only way you're going to catch her is with some very strong, decisive evidence, or a boot to the knee.
I have to find something. Just have to. For Maya's sake. Oh, we can read the last name. I was the one who knocked the vase. I was the one who knocked the vase. Why do I keep saying vase first? I was the one who knocked the flower vase over, where it fell onto the guitar case.
The guitar case, huh?
Empty. There's some water boiling on top of the lid. Bears Korea's fingerprints. Empty. Wouldn't there be
There's water, but only on top of the lid, huh?
And water ain't juice. But okay, flower vase have water in it. Wouldn't there also be glass shards on it? I don't know.
Not after it was opened.
Yeah.
It's not in the statements, but she did say like during cross-examination that the only thing she touched was the wine bottle and the tomato juice.
Yeah.
And then she mentioned knocking the flower vase over onto the guitar case that's only wet on top of the lid, and also open.
Which is open in the crime photo. I just don't know which one. Would you present the case here, or would you present the crime photo? I assume the case.
I'm thinking both are valid, so let's just, save the game. So we don't have to live with the consequences of making the wrong guess.
Yeah. Guitar case.
Let's try the case first. Objection! It worked.
Okay. You testify that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct? No, it's not. Yes. And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? It's not some problem, it's a major problem. Haha. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews! You testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gone wet on the inside, not the outside.
Well, that's very true.
Furthermore, there's one other strange thing about this guitar case.
And what is that?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor.
And what is wrong with that?
If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shards should be inside, not outside the case. Yeah, what I said. Ah!
What is your point, right? That the case was closed at the time. That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over. Is that all?
No, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else.
Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say that she didn't touch the guitar case. But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all. Edworth, you're a dummy.
That may very well be. However, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it? Does it really?
It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case? Nah.
Make her testify. Make her testify. Make her testify. To empty the guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle.
I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this. But it is you, you dummy.
I can't believe I'm doing this either. Stupid player.
Alright, I'll follow along for now, stupid player. Miss N, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor.
The guitar case.
I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
That's sus as fuck.
Yep. Sussy!
It looks like this really wasn't a very important point at all. Nice going, player. This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting. Nice going, player.
Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. That's my job.
Using any way to change the topic. A convenient escape for a weak man. Ah, damn it. The guitar case.
I don't remember too clearly because I was dazed. During your testimony just now, did you remember those events clearly in your mind? Well, you see. Are you sure you are the one who opened the guitar case? Mia?
Sorry about that, I was detaching the Joy-Cons, just in case. She's waiting for someone to tell her if she should answer or not.
Sounds like her dependent side is taking over.
Well, Miss Andrews?
Yes, it was me. I thought I was open the case because So, you opened the guitar case then? Yes, well, maybe. Why did you open the guitar case? Huh?
Because she wanted to jam out, obviously.
Mr. Kurita's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think the first thing you would do is call for help, not open the guitar case.
Well, she was going to play the Song of Time so she could rewind the clock back 3 days and warn him. As the witness has said multiple times, when she found the dead body, she was dazed.
Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red guitar was alright or not. I thought maybe the criminal took it. Why would she care about the bright red guitar? But getting back on topic. It's not a big deal, right? Was it really empty? I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside.
How long have you been a lawyer, Mr. Wright? Have a little professionalism. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. These trials would be over in half the time if you would just pay attention. Yes, pay more attention, Mr. Wright.
Sorry.
You don't
Press.
know.
Was that because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body? I personally do not feel any shock. And I am never dazed. Yes, that's probably it. Getting such a vague answer is kind of sussy. I'm not going to get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. I guess I should give it a try. Evidence.
Come on, Phoenix. We can't afford to let up on her now. Just kick her in those knees.
But I wasn't planning on letting up, but...
She's at her weakest now, so this is our chance.
Yeah, if we had a weapon to hit her with.
Do we have a weapon? Let's check the court record. Ooh, we do have a weapon.
Nice, let's go.
And we could use this as a weapon too.
Oh my god.
Or we could use this as a weapon.
Oh no.
I'm sure a weapon is hiding somewhere in the court record, waiting to be found.
Never particularly because I was a bit dazed.
Alright, so...
Wasn't the... Okay.
Wasn't the what?
Never mind.
No, never minding. Wasn't the what?
No, never mind. It was stupid. Never mind.
What was the stupid thing? Tell me.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Me being dumb. I
Yeah,
answered my own question inside my head. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, fill me in on the question. I want to know what's going on in your head.
No.
Yes,
I refuse
yes.
to.
I refuse to advance until you answer.
No, I was just gonna. It was stupid. It's stupid. Never mind. Never mind.
I want to hear the stupid question.
It was just a question about the red guitar, but I answered it myself. When it was like, you know, not stolen, but when it was like not in the case, and I answered it.
Okay, yeah. It was not in the case when Juan brought it when Juan brought it to the hotel.
Yeah.
So okay. So why would he bring an empty guitar case?
The stuff will buy in it. No.
So just as a quick review, before this trial segment, Phoenix was saying that Adrian definitely did it, and now Adrian is saying, "Oh, I don't know why I opened the case. I must have been dazed." And in the last trial segment, we found out that Old Bag thought she saw Matt on guard walk out of Juan's room, but she actually saw the steel samurai costume, or the nickel samurai costume, walk out of the room. In fact, isn't Adrian here in the first place because Phoenix accused her of being the one in the suit?
Yeah. I totally did not forget that at all. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's not super clear what we're supposed to present here, so I think this is just where we're supposed to go for it and like say, you know,
you were in the suit.
Say that the suit was in the guitar case. I'm not sure if Lotta's photo or the promotional photo is what should be presented here, but
I assume Lotta's photo.
All right, let's give it a try.
Nope. Parents fully contradicts. They aren't. Nani? The fuck?
Or maybe it's this statement. It is not.
Nani? This is it. I tell you, this is it.
Maybe we should do another round of pressing.
Hang on. Another round?
Do you remember? Well, you see, are you sure? She's pretty. Well, yes, it was me. So you opened it? Yeah, well maybe. Why?
See, everything's just so vague that we can't, like... So vague, oh my gosh.
It's not a big deal, the case was empty. Was it really empty? You don't know why you opened the case?
Shocked. I guess so. I would think would be the "is it really empty" statement, but
this is the one where when you press it says, I guess I should try some evidence, so I think it's this one, for that reason.
yeah, that's fair. Maybe it's just samurai promo picture?
We haven't tried the promotional photo, and that's not it.
Yeah. Present until you can't present anymore.
And thanks to the power of being able to save instantly on this modern port, we can present infinitely.
Oh! Wait.
Oh, what?
Maybe she thought the suicide note was in it. In the case. That's why she opened it. Right? Right? That's just my guess. Damn. Why did you present here? When did we present? I'm so confused.
Yeah, this is not a super clear moment. I don't actually remember what to do.
Like, I really thought, like, maybe she was looking for the suicide note. That makes the most sense to me why she would open up the guitar case.
Yeah, but considering this, Matt was wearing his own suit, so where did this suit come from?
Yeah, but why would that suit be in the guitar case?
I mean, like, this suit. Matt was in his own Nickel Samurai suit, and someone walked out of Juan's room wearing this Nickel Samurai suit. Where could it have been hidden, if not in the guitar case?
I wonder why Juan had it, though, in the guitar case in the first place.
That's a question to ponder.
I don't know why. Stop wasting our time, right?
Okay, if that had been right, I would have been mad.
It ain't right, though. Hmm. My attorney badge. That was so funny.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? What was it? Just present the
guitar.
card. There's no way you were okay. I'm confused, but okay.
I kind of get it, but it doesn't. But this doesn't seem like something important to me. Like she said, I guess I must have opened it, and the guitar case in the evidence says bears Harita's fingerprints.
I sense bullshit. That's why I sense.
I get how it's a contradiction. I don't how it's something that actually matters, though.
There's no way you were the one who opened the guitar case. Why would you say that? It's elementary, my dear. Wow, okay.
Quote Sherlock Holmes.
Because the only fingerprints on the guitar case are those of the victim.
What is it, Miss Andrews?
You shouldn't assume that I must want prints just because I touched the case. What do you mean? What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time?
But that you weren't. Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
It was the night of the award ceremony. So of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of gloves.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime.
Nothing strange about that. That's strange. That's strange.
Why is it strange?
You're wearing gloves. Isn't that a little strange?
Okay, but why is it strange?
Because wearing gloves is strange.
Okay, but why is it strange?
Because there's fingerprints on the glass, right?
Are there? Oh, yeah, there is.
Why is that strange? Do you approve of no? You have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time.
Just your fingerprints.
I have your proof right here. This wine glass. The wine glass? You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Ah! Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case?
Hey, opening a guitar case is a very special occasion, Mr. Wright.
Ah!
There are glass shards in her eyeballs right now. Order! 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 Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
What do you mean?
I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here.
But it's just an empty case.
I wonder if it really was empty, though, Phoenix. I wonder if it really was empty, though.
But the guitar! The bright red guitar was at the studio.
Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions. What was in the guitar case? What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar.
It was your mom. You don't mean... You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, sorry.
Obviously, it was a bright red. Obviously, it was a bright green guitar because green is the opposite of red. I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case... Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided.
No, Your Honor, please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. Which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open and is full of the crime scene. I am sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder.
The murder? If you are so sure, right, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please, enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder. Better save my game. Can you do that, Mr. Wright?
Well... Let's suppose for a second.
Let's suppose for a second, your mom.
That the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case.
The bright red guitar not being the only thing. You don't mean to suggest that a bright black guitar was inside? So you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty? Is that it, right?
I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove.
Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? It was my attorney's badge.
Yes. Exactly.
It was the Magatama. It was a ticket for the murder show.
Oh my god.
It was a Nintendo Game Boy. It was Lotta's stolen camera.
No.
It was an issue of Gossipland.
Oh yeah, obviously.
It was a map.
I'm a map.
It was another smaller guitar case.
That would be so funny.
It was a precariously balanced glass of wine.
Yes.
It was the crime scene itself.
It was actually me.
It was the Jammin' Ninja's jam-covered button. It was a report about the suicide of Celeste Impacts. It was a report about the attempted suicide of Adrian Andrews.
No.
It was Juan himself.
Oh my god, that would be quite something.
It was the knife.
Yes. The knife with the blood.
It was Maya Fey.
No.
It was Pearl Fey.
No.
It was Detective Dick Gumshoe, age 31.
No.
It was Franziska von Karma, she's so pretty.
No.
It was you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Edgy, guess what?
It was Will Powers.
Was the Steel Samurai. I mean, hey, revenge.
It was Lotta Hart.
No.
It was Juan
We all
Carita.
know the truth.
Yes, the truth that it was Matt on guard.
Exactly. That's the truth. It was actually Juan Carita. He's actually not even dead.
It was actually security lady, old bag.
Oh, yes.
It was Adrian Andrews hiding in there.
Well, yes.
It It was Celeste
Absolutely.
Impacts back from the dead.
Oh yes, she was just kind of, the spirit channeled in there. The guitar case did the spirit channeling.
The guitar case is a member of the Fae clan.
Oh my god. No, I think we have to present the Lotta photo. The Lotta photo.
The Lotta photo?
Oui.
Oui.
Oh fuck, hi kitty.
This is a photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh.
Yes, but what's important is what's in the picture, Your Honor. Your mom.
In this picture, how did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head?
Doesn't take a genius to see what I mean, and I'm no genius. What I am proposing is
to Edgeworth.
I proposed to Edgeworth, actually. Inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume.
What?
How they ended up there in the first place is my question.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Right, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that?
The insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Are you a dumbass, Edgelord? Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews?
I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea?
Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot correct.
You mean this photo? Order! Order! It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we? Nice job, Phoenix.
Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later.
So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume. Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Matt on guards. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case of all places? True, that is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was this Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case?
It was a spare costume, was stolen from a guard.
Well, Matt was wearing his, so it had to have been a spare.
Yeah. Mr. Ungard did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we were talking about was a spare one.
What? Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel?
Yes, that is what I am saying.
And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case? It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spare to the ceremony on purpose. But why? The victim, Mr. Kurita, was the Gemin Ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai costume's spare Why would he secretly bring this Nickel Samurai's spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act?
That's my question as well. And therein lies the sticking point.
What are you mumbling up to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue?
The face that Edward makes so funny. Huh? No, I just...
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai's spare costume? Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one, or do you need me to save your game for you?
I need you to save my game, Mia.
Think carefully before you answer, and then answer with gusto. I believe you.
Gusto? Alright, this is what I think. I don't think often, but I'm gonna try today. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai spare costume to hotel was...
Because I'm a lawyer.
Because I'm an attorney, damn it!
Because Maya gave me jewelry.
No.
Because... Look how cool the Nickel Samurai is. Don't you want to be him too?
Personally,
because the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something after the post-ceremony stage show.
No.
Because do you want to play some Tetris, Your Honor? I've got a Game Boy here.
No.
Because Lotta's camera cost $1,600.
No.
Because of this gossip magazine, somehow.
No.
Because it was more convenient for the spare costume to be kept in Karita's room than on guard's.
No.
Because... Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Phoenix just starts playing guitar in the middle of court. Today's gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about Edgeworth.
Oh yes.
Because Your Honor, would you like some wine?
No.
Because he was dead, so yeah.
Which one?
The spare costume was the murderer, Your Honor. Because the Jam and Ninja's button was covered in jam.
No.
Because Celeste killed herself.
No.
Because Adrian failed to kill herself.
No.
Because the costume killed him, Your Honor.
No.
This is the reason Ungard's fingerprints were on the murder weapon, Your Honor. Because the costume and Ungard have the same fingerprints.
No.
As you can see here, Your Honor, the costume is clearly not filled with Matt Ungard right now, because it was moving on its own. And
absolutely.
This is also why the guitar case only had Karita's fingerprints on it, because Adrian didn't open the guitar case. The guitar case was opened from the inside by the costume that was hiding in it.
That's so funny. That would be something, wouldn't it?
So what is the reason the victim brought a spare Nickel Samurai costume?
Has to be something to do with their rivalry. Rivalry. There we go. Right? Maybe.
But what in the evidence could possibly have anything to do with that?
Maybe we can present profiles too. Or can we not present them right now?
We can present profiles, but what would presenting Matt Ungard, like, what would Matt Ungard have to do with the reason Juan Karita why would Matt Ungard be a reason that Juan Karita would bring a Nickel Samurai costume?
Oh. Not me forgetting about the whole confessing thing. So, was it that it wasn't Guard that was gonna. It wasn't Matt that was gonna like confess something. Was it Juan that was actually gonna confess something? Or like, is that what was gonna happen? Because Matt had no idea about that. So
this is sounding plausible. You want to try it?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I literally completely forgot about the confessing thing. Me not reading anything.
Games get so much easier when you actually read.
Yeah.
What is this?
On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference.
A press conference?
That's what I just said, a press conference. Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference.
I heard about this as well. For once you're not making something up, right?
Yes, anyway. But what struck me as strange was that Mr. On Guard himself.
That Mr. On Guard is pretty strange.
So he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night.
But how can that be?
The way I see it, that can mean only one thing. The conference was set up.
The conference was a setup, Your Honor.
By none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Carita himself.
The victim?
Yes. Me. Yeah. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Korea was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai.
He was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai and hold a conference. But why would the victim do such a thing?
That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference.
Juan was going to get up on stage as the Nickel Samurai and pretending to be Matt. He was going to be like, I'm the Nickel Samurai. I eat poo. I poop my pants.
Totally ruins his career.
The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself.
Which means that Juan Carita, posing as a Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt and Guard.
Yes, I guess that is what it would mean. But if that's the case, that's not a confession, that's public disclosure. Miss Andrews.
I can see why you are pros at what you can do.
Pardon me?
Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan.
Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this.
I was the one he asked to help set it up.
Guess we were fucking, you know?
And the press conference who prepared the second costume for him. And the press conference and the person. What am I even saying? I need to go to bed, apparently.
Are you hungry right now?
No. I need to go to bed, apparently.
I'm kind of hungry,
the person...
but you're not allowed to go to bed yet.
The person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me.
Yeah, you're not allowed to go to bed for another, like, hour. You!
Juan had bet everything on the Jamming Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway.
He was going to ruin him, huh?
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hand a secret so powerful They would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. What?
Juan was going to tell the world that Matt was actually a natural blonde.
Damn.
And do you know what this secret of Mr. Ungard's is, Miss Andrews?
That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is.
Oh, I see.
I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone.
I've probably been coming off quite sus to all of you.
But that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt after all. Protect Mr. Ungard?
And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior. I'm kind of hungry,
Yes,
actually.
Your Honor. I understand.
First thing I'm gonna do after this stream is over is get some food.
Yum.
Protecting Matt.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. He didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the bun and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt I had to protect him. While him being strangled. I like how we keep forgetting that he was strangled, but anyway. And the stabbing was just like an afterthought. But
This does account for everything.
well, I am the logical type.
We're finally seeing her true self. She's more nervous than a scared rabbit. If the defense can find no fault with this testimony, I am ready to make a ruling. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine Mr. Wright.
Looks like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again. That just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down. Turn that frown upside down.
Protecting Matt.
Time to press her for everything she's worth. Would you say that was your intuition speaking to you? Don't confuse any methods of reasoning with your own. My methods. Irk. If you want to prove that someone did something, you need 3 things. 3 things. A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence. If you think those 3 things through, the answer becomes quite clear.
You should have already known that, Phoenix.
They didn't teach that to us in school. At least not from what I remember. I didn't really pay attention, to be honest.
I'll be honest, I didn't major in law, I was an art major.
May I continue now?
No.
My head killing a friend around what? So would you say this need came from the press conference?
No, the need came from lust.
Yes. Do you know why Huang chose the event in that hotel for the conference? Because that was when he could cause the most damage to the public's beloved Vanguard.
And you knew of this plan, didn't you, Miss Andrews?
Yes, because I was the one who set up the conference and prepared the costume. But I'm sure Mr. Ungard himself didn't know anything about the press conference. Oh, really? Can you show me any proof that you didn't know about the press conference? Anyway, I don't have proof, but the important thing here is that the information was not in your testimony.
Can you prove that this information was not in my testimony?
Shut up!
Yes, I agree. Shut up. Miss Andrews, please correct your testimony, if you please.
Grasping at straws now, are we, Mr. Wright? I know it's marked one, but I don't have any way to prove I'm right. Press it! Has Mr. Ungar done something to her, betray you personally? Oh. 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 We come deep there. Why do you ask? You were the one who helped Mr. Corrida with his press conference. And that event was supposed to bring down Mr. Ungar, yet you still helped out.
The person on trial right now is Mr. Ungard, right? But the witness was thinking helping the victim with this plan is none of our concern. In any case, this means that the defendant had a motive to kill.
Why do I keep doing this to myself? We have an alibi for But didn't you already testify earlier that Mr. Ungard was taking a nap in his room? Are you telling me now that that too was a lie so you could cover for Mr. Ungard? I'm not telling you anything of that sort. When I went to get him for the show, he honestly was sleeping. However, as to whether he was sleeping the entire time, that I cannot say. I was too busy setting up the stage at the time.
I keep trying, but I can find no flaws with what Miss Andrews has said. I can't say the same for some people here in this courtroom, however, Mr. Wright.
The judge is glaring straight at Mia.
He's glaring at you, smart guy.
Oh my god. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the vine and the knife. A little sussy. You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence! The fingerprints on a knife could very well be a clever camouflage. Then, what about the button? The button. The button. The button. It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought.
Oh, hey, Almost.
Hey, Almost. And during the fight, the killer ripped the button from the jamming ninja's costume.
You're talking about this button, correct?
That button was found in the pleats of Matt's Hakama, isn't that correct? I would think that makes it very decisive evidence.
Okay, but why would Matt take it with him, though?
I don't think it's very decisive, personally. Irk!
Looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright.
Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing! Please fix your testimony!
Almost Dog says we got what we wanted, referring to Persona and Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection being confirmed in today's Direct.
Yeah, so basically, it was a good Direct for, like, all the, you know, non-Nintendo.
It was a great Direct, honestly.
I didn't watch it, I don't know much about what was in it. I know, like, you know, those two things, but...
Switch port of Nier Automata.
Oh, yeah, that too.
With added costumes where like she gets her player 2 colors from Soul Calibur.
Cool. Can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat.
Honestly, I only have like one major ending left for Nier Automata, but I'm probably gonna double dip anyway because I think all the DLC being included in the Switch port is going to include the pod costume. Have you played the first Nier?
Me?
Yeah.
I've seen my dad play some of it.
Okay,
I have not played it myself, though.
Oh, okay. Do you remember the talking book? Do you remember the talking book from it?
Yes.
Okay. If you pre-ordered the game when it first came out, you got a costume for your pods where you could dress them up as that book.
Great.
And I bought my PS4 copy of the game too late to have that pre-order bonus, but too early for it to be the Game of the Yorha edition that includes everything. So like, I got my copy of the game at the exact wrong time, so I can never get that costume on PS4.
Oh no, that's the worst.
Yeah, I would love to have it, and I can have it on Switch, so that's why I'm going to double dip and buy the game again.
Almost says I tried to play it when it was on Game Pass, but I didn't get too interested. Maybe I'll get on Switch and give it a second chance. I only have it on PS4, and I got to like the first boss, and then dead.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Maybe I'll play it again. Honestly, I'll probably have to stream it for me to actually like play and finish it.
Yeah, get it on Switch, by the way.
Thank goodness Mia can still look at me.
With an icy stare, yes. Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony.
Glenn was torn off Warren during his fight with Matt. Press. How do you know that? When the ends of the threads on the button and the costume were matched up, they were found to fit together perfectly, or so I heard. I've heard that before too. Where, though? Why would Miss Andrews know about this case down to such a fine detail?
Almost like she was doing the murdering.
Don't look at me like that. Just because I'm prepared and you are not? I thought I had her this time for sure. If there's anything to trip her up on, it has to be here. But where and what? Here's my phone. I have to protect him.
Okay, so I've got a hunch that this is the statement with the contradiction, and I have a hunch about what the evidence contradicting it is, but I'm not sure if the game will accept it.
But what you really did was stab the guy in the back, didn't you? And at the worst possible time. What?
Who's to say she really stabbed the guy in the back, as you put it?
This witness could have disclosed things about Mr. Engard at any time. Why then would she wait until there was a large audience before doing so? It's the same reason why Mr. Corrida planned such an elaborate conference.
They both want to hate fuck the guy.
Threesome? Oh no. Mr. Andrews wanted to cause Mr. Engard as much damage as she possibly could.
I hate sex threesome. That's gonna be spicy.
This witness bears ill will towards the defendant. Hence why they want to fuck your honor.
This isn't the Phoenix Reichwax Philosophical Power Hour. And please, stop slandering the witness.
As I expected, Miss Andrews' testimony seems pretty solid.
Really? Because to me it sounded a little wishy-washy.
Wishy-washy? Well, I guess we'll see if I press a little more.
You should know this by now. But you'll need strong, decisive evidence to make her talk.
Got it, Chief. I'm going to pin you down this time, Miss Andrews.
Oh my.
And not in that way. Not in that way. Not in that way.
Okay, does anything seem sus here to you?
I don't think we have evidence for anything here.
Okay, do you want to hear my hunch?
Sure.
Okay, so my hunch is that, but I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him, is contradicted by, you know, her helping with this press conference where Juan was planning to slander Matt. That makes sense to you?
Yeah.
Alright, you want to try it?
Yeah.
Alright, goodbye health. Your Honor.
Your
Mr.
Honor.
Wright.
Okay. The button was torn off Juan during his fight with Matt.
My other thought is, like, why would Matt take the button with him?
Yeah. It was obviously planted. Unless he's a serial killer and like does those things like where they keep like prizes, you know, like little trophies.
This is probably going to be wrong as well, but worth a shot.
Yeah. The evidence clearly contradicts it. Why is that, Mr. Wright? Because my ass.
Because your mom, Your Honor.
What did she say for this when we pressed her again? Oh my god, doesn't her betray you personally?
Marty West, you were the one who helped Mr. Crater with his press conference, and that event was supposed to bring down Mr. On Guard, yet you still helped out. Right? It's irrelevant.
Okay, from the moment I saw the crime scene, I have a feeling that Matt was murdered. You can't really do anything about it. But I don't have any way to prove I'm right. You have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. The gun was torn off during the fight. My first right to protect him. Time to look at the evidence! You say intuition. Oh my god, 3 things. You should know this, Phoenix. Are you dumb?
His 3 uppity symbols. The silk hat, the cloak, the white roses.
Oh, that will never leave my mind.
At least you're not haunted by Mo like Phoenix is. So a shot in the dark here.
Shot in the dark!
The button came off during the fight.
Yeah.
But the blood is staining under where the button was. So maybe this is a contradiction?
Go ahead and give it a try.
It is not.
This clearly is a contradiction, Your Honor! Why is that, Mr. Wright? Because your mom! Have a little looky at the evidence, shall we? All the evidence.
Okay, you're an attorney.
It's not that.
Maya gave you some lovely jewelry.
It's not that.
The Nickel Samurai is cool and sponsored by Pepsi.
Not that.
The press conference where Juan was going to slander Matt.
Okay, this doesn't seem like right either.
The Game Boy.
Yeah.
Lotta's stupid camera.
Yeah, that's not important.
The hot goss.
I don't think anything from this is important. Next to victim, bears Andrew's fingerprints. Oh, once. Murder. You know, we checked. I wonder if we have to present any of those files now. Like on the statement where she says she can't prove. She can't prove his motive.
Okay.
I don't know
Okay,
what
but-
I don't know what we represent, but like I'm just throwing an idea.
All right, let's think it through. I know what his motive was, but I don't have any way to prove I'm right. So how is a report about Celeste Impacts' suicide and her supposedly hidden note? How does that prove Matt's motive to kill Juan, or disprove? Because we are trying to contradict her.
Yeah.
Maybe we present
My
the
only
autopsy
thought-
report.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I was gonna say autopsy report, or like, I don't know. Yeah. Autopsy report. Really?
Again, the lack of detail in the description is fucking with the logic here, because like it doesn't say that like Ungard didn't have any other injuries, suggesting that yeah.
Sometimes I hate this.
Yeah, it wasn't super clear.
This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf. Strangulation? The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died.
And what does that mean?
Let's examine the evidence. This bun has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that it was ripped off of the costume when?
After the knife was stabbed into the victim.
Exactly, which means it is impossible that this bun was torn off during the victim's final struggle.
Okay, that's a stretch. Come on, game.
A little bit. This game loves to make, though. This one's worse with the stretches, I think, than even the last game.
Apparently, the head writer was drunk when he wrote a lot of it.
I'm getting that. I'm getting that feeling. Because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. That's right, Miss Andrews. There's no way this bun was ripped off during the struggle. This bun was consciously pulled off the victim's already dead body. I was gonna say consecutively, and I was like, that's not the word.
What is the meaning of this, right? So what if the button was torn off the body after the victim had already died? What does that change?
Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgelord. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve?
What purpose?
We now know that this button was not torn off during the fight. Wi-Fi glitching. Ooh. Okay, there we go. So the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer has something in mind, wouldn't it? Now, what is that something? I do not know. I'll come up with the bullshit as I'm talking, you see.
Well, we already know. The true murderer the true murderer took the button off and put it in Matt's pants to frame him.
Yeah. For this right now, this probably.
Yes, he's already certain that Adrian is the killer, and he already knows that Adrian woke Matt up from his nap. So like, he's a himbo sometimes, but he can connect these dots. Mr. Wright, does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What was it? To have a memento of the crime, Your Honor. To destroy evidence, Your Honor.
Yes, because that's why the evidence is so fine.
To pin the crime on Eggworth, Your Honor.
Eggworth. There's only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Mr. Ungard. There's no way anyone would put a bloodied button in their own pants. Unless...
Yeah, that's what I was asking. When Adrian was like, well, obviously the Matt and Juan's fight took the button off. I was like, and why would Matt take the button with him?
That's right. Mr. Ungard was set up by the real killer, of course. You're suggesting there was another killer.
And the real murderer is... Well, Mr. Wright, who in the world is the real killer, then?
It's me. I'm the real killer.
It's your mom, Your Honor.
Finally. Can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point. I'm so good, damn it! Look at me!
Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet. Not until the very end.
The real killer, the person who planned to frame Mr. Ungard is...
Celeste Impacts!
My
Wendy Oldbag! Matt Ungard! My client! It was Lotta Hart!
Oh my god. Can you imagine? What would the judge even do?
It was Juan Carita.
What would the judge even do?
It was Miles Eggworth. It was Adrian Andrews, Your Honor.
Yeah. We all know this. Miss Adrian Andrews. I choose you! Pokemon, you are Mr. Karina's killer!
What?
What?
Order! Mr. Wright! This is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence that supports your charge?
Any evidence? Haha! All of the evidence points to Miss Andrews!
Especially my attorney's badge! Especially this promotional poster! Especially this Nintendo Game Boy, Your Honor!
What? How preposterous! Your controller died, damn it!
Good thing I always carry 2 controllers.
Good thing I always carry a spare!
It's a good thing I always carry 2 guns. King Dragon sends his regards.
King Dragon sends his regards. You can't stick any of that on me!
Hey, Kethel.
I can't, can I? Would you care to test me? Hey, Kethel. No worries about being late. We're getting to the good stuff. Then what about this knife? The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. Ungard, naturally. A knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only be taken from his room. And the only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you. Fisk!
How many spare pairs does she carry with her?
Too many. Then...
Kethel has not gotten to this part of this game yet. Have you played
Spoiler.
the first one? I thought you hadn't actually played any of them.
What? What about the button that was found in Matt's Hakama? This button was removed from the victim's body after he had already died. You like spoilers? Well, that's good, Kepo, because you're getting all the spoilers. The only people who could have done so were the person who found his body or the killer. However, Mr. Unguard was the real killer. There's no way he would have put such incriminating evidence in his own Hakama.
That's what, 4 so far?
Yeah, she got a lot. The only person who could have put this button into Mr. Unguard's Hakama.
Imagine her wearing just like a bandolier, but instead of bullets, it's full of spare pairs of glasses.
I like this thought now. That's really fun.
You should draw it.
Oh my god, yeah. I'll do a quick sketch of it. It's a person who went to wake him from his nap, which is you yet again, Miss Andrews.
I see. Well, what about the empty guitar case?
That is also a piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. The costume we used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there was just such a costume inside the guitar case? It could only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. And that person is you, Miss Adrian Andrews! No,
I'm just a little baby. I couldn't have done all that.
Also, Heftel says, Mr. Wright has a point there. If the proof seems too obvious, that most likely indicates a frame job. Oui, oui. Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. But Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found on the guitar case. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at that time. That's right.
Oh, shakes his head. That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. So to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. You know,
Probably.
as one does.
Never mind that we never found any such towel as evidence.
But, you know, right. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story.
In actuality, she opened the guitar case with her toes.
Oh no, I'm picturing this. Why would you do this to me? Not kill me now. Miss Andrews purposely left her fingerprints on the glass to show that yes, indeed, she likes tomato juice. She was the classic dazed discoverer of a dead body. To top it all off, there is this photo. A photo of the killer as they exit the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on Earth could believe the Nickel Samurai is Mr. On Guard.
Certainly not any foot fetishist, because as you can see, this Nickel Samurai has no feet.
I can speak. He would be much too short for his own costume if it was him. Unless he shrunk.
You actually
God,
can't
did he
speak, it's
shrink?
not allowed.
Oh man. Some people have double jointed feet. That's true. So maybe Miss Adrian Andrews has double jointed feet.
Maybe Miss Adrian Andrews needs a jacket or something, because she's clearly way too cold in here.
She's crying about it and everything. Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Adrian, let's say her whole name. Miss Adrian Andrews. Give me a middle name for her. You're also kind of short in stature, are you not? But please stop.
Please stop. I'm just a little baby.
Well,
Please.
how about it, Miss Andrews?
Please help me, Mr. Obama.
I've got her this time.
Miss Andrews?
I refuse to testify.
Time to get
What was
smug.
that? There's a law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me.
That is the dumbest, most guilty-sounding thing you could possibly say in this situation.
Yeah.
Well, yes. You are absolutely correct, Miss Andrews. The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination by allowing a witness to not testify if the testimony can cause damage to themselves.
What? Phoenix, you didn't know this? Pleading the fifth is not something most people would think to do on the spot. Actually, thinking back to yesterday in Mr. Ungard's room.
Adrian Andrews.
Aww. Yes?
Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood?
Alright.
I kind of wish this game had like motion control, like quick time events where like whenever Franziska is about to swing her whip, you have to swing your Joy-Con.
Oh my god, that would be so. Oh my god, there's supposed to be a minigame which is like Franziska's whip, where you can like whip things, like like Link's like shoot, like the shooting game on the Wii. Have that with Franziska's whip, but like do it like the characters like Bright and like like Gumshoe and like so fun.
They should just make an Ace Attorney Warriors and have Franziska be the main character.
Yes. That's it. That's when Franziska planted this idea into her head. She must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things look bad.
You did a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix. But there's still one thing you haven't done.
Wait, Phoenix was a fire in Marvel vs. Capcom 3?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think he also had Maya with him. Like they were a duo.
Wait, what was his weapon? Did he just use like his fist? Like, what was his weapon?
From what I hear, he was a joke character with two phases, and an evidence gathering phase and like a court phase, and like most of his attacks were comedically stumbling into the other fighter.
That's funny. I love that though. As someone mains him. Oh my god, Phoenix for Smash? Yes.
It would be hype as fuck. I would genuinely love it if Phoenix actually got added to Smash.
It could happen one day. Something I haven't done.
That's right, you haven't kissed Edgeworth yet. It's true, right? You haven't. What's wrong, right? Are you finished already? Run out of evidence? Not even going to give me a little kissy?
Oh my. They're getting married tonight. Kiss?
What is so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But everything the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless.
What? Even the kiss I was planning to give you afterwards?
Everything you have proven is circumstantial, and you're not going to get a kiss that way.
Circumstantial? And why not?
Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. You have not provided any decisive evidence as to why I should kiss you.
Damn it!
Proof that Miss Andrews did, in fact, harbor a wish to murder Mr. Kurita.
Oh. Oh, we have this in the bag.
Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Kurita?
I believe this may lead to me incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering.
Still very suspicious to say in this context. And what
Yep.
you were seeing right there is the drift in this left Joy-Con.
That's cute. Glad we're not playing like a game where, like, needed. Oh, don't worry. Phoenix has a valid moment. We have it. Phoenix just hasn't, presented the evidence by being, like, very good evidence.
If you do that, it would be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think?
Maybe so, or maybe not. There's nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence.
Edwards is technically correct here. Phoenix has not provided a valid motive, and it could have been any other short person in the costume. Could it have been, though? Because we have Miss Andrews' fingerprints at the scene of the murder, and she wasn't seen exiting.
No, she's taking she's taking that defiant attitude again. Mia, what should we do?
Somehow, we've landed in the worst possible situation. I think we've reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrian Andrews has refused to testify, and the defense's theory that she is the actual murderer has not been fully substantiated with solid, definitive proof.
But that's not true!
Kethel says it is not a crime to drink tomato juice, and she could have been drinking it before the victim died. I'm just saying, she is the most likely person to have been wearing that costume in that photo.
She also testified that she poured the glass of tomato juice when she was at the scene of the crime.
In this situation, there is only one thing this court can do, and that is to declare a recess.
Recess?
But I don't want to go on the monkey bars. I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter.
Oh shit.
And at tomorrow's trial...
Tomorrow?
Maya won't get it tomorrow.
We don't have a tomorrow. Damn it! If we don't get a not guilty verdict today, then... Please wait, Your Honor! That's not necessary! The trial... Please continue the trial!
What are you sweating for? Your client is getting one more day to live, isn't he?
That's not it! This isn't about that! I don't care if he lives, damn it! Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is! Please, let the trial continue! You want to be an attorney once, didn't you? If I don't get that verdict, then Maya...
But it's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is... It is not impossible for this trial to continue. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you... It's true Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation were something unrelated to whatever she may or may not be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony. Yes, that is very true, but... Actually, there is one little thing I'm curious about. Miss Andrews, When you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice.
Yes, and?
I can't help but think how unnatural that is. Usually when one finds a body, they are shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice. Did you see my clever joke there?
So funny there, edgelord. So my actions were unusual, but I've already...
Before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect.
Testify?
Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness. I don't know what it is about Edward today, but I can't get a good read off of him. Is he friend or foe? I just don't know.
Kethel says, "On a unrelated note, I am not fond of real tomato juice."
I don't like the stuff either. The court
Same.
acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please. When I found the body.
Again. Take 2. The glass of juice, I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked to the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. That's not what you testified to earlier. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over.
So you poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony?
I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial.
So trivial?
How else do you say it?
Trivial.
Oh. I've always learned that trivial, but...
So you've never noticed the second I in the word?
No, but that's just how, like, my parents pronounce things strangely sometimes, so...
Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left.
I know. Edgeworth, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours?
There's just a hamster running in a little wheel, powering a generator. That's what's going on in Edgeworth's head. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Time to press her for everything she's worth. Poke. How, Mr. Wright, why would you? Let's juice, and then pour myself. For myself. Press.
When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind, huh? When she saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross her mind, huh?
Hey, he looks pretty alive to me. What are you getting on with? I don't know if you're getting on with, Mikey, but look at him. He looks right as right.
I mean, where else do you keep your knife if not in your shoulder?
I know, right?
Should we even bother pressing here, or should we just, I
guess we could just present. I like pressing extra, but we could just present.
Objection!
So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him? No, not at all.
Ordinarily, I would have just like pressed through all of them anyway, but like we're short on time here. It's almost at the 2-hour mark.
I'm close already to the end of this trial.
All right, if you say so.
I said, how close are we?
Oh, I didn't hear you clearly. I think we're fairly close, but you know, I am hungry, so
Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body. Ah!
What is the meaning of this?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor, you dumbass? There is a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Corrida's chest!
Well, of course, Mr. Wright. Where else do you keep your knives?
I
On your
put
shoulder.
mine in my back pocket. Anyone who saw the scene would have immediately thought that here was a dead man. That's, well, you see, I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted. And then, so nonchalantly go pour something to drink.
Your point is...
Miss Andrews! Your testimony just now, it was all one giant lie. And your lie has proven one thing very clearly.
So we're on Gladys's pair number 5, I think?
Yeah, something like that. That you are the real killer! No!
And then she fell down a trap hole. It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Matt Ungard, is not guilty after all. Kethel asks, so fill me in here, why does Phoenix need a verdict right away? Because Phoenix's assistant, Maya, has been kidnapped, and the kidnapper, who goes by the name of The Killer, said that we have to defend Matt Ungard in court and get him acquitted in a single day, or else he'll kill Maya.
So you know, there was literally life at stake here. And not just Matt Ungard, and we don't care about him.
The defendant, Mr. Matt Ungard, is not guilty after all.
That's impossible. You're wrong.
Miss Andrews, try to have some composure.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you.
Said the murderer.
It's Matt, I swear he's the one who killed Juan.
That's exactly what a guilty person
A
would
normal response to our, people we accuse are like, interesting. But you were the one who refused to testify. But she's still denying it. Your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself.
Kethel says, weird, you'd think Phoenix could just tell the judge about this. It definitely counts as being under duress. I mean, he could say that, but then the killer would just kill Maya anyway.
Yeah, Phoenix was just like, yeah, I'm good lawyers, we can do this. But that's because...
Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you?
I refuse to testify.
Then there is no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Matt Ungard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated.
Is it over? Have we found the truth at last? This is true.
What's wrong, Phoenix?
Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. Yeah, this is just one.
Hey, that's what you were just saying.
And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't.
Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt Ungard.
Objection!
Not guilty. Oh.
Your Honor. Kethel asking, if Mia is kidnapped, then who is if Maya is kidnapped, then who is channeling Mia here? East Pearl Faye.
Too late.
Maya's 8-year-old little cousin, who was with Phoenix for most of the murder investigation yesterday, despite being
And-
8 years old.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Oh! I was not aware of this. You can flip pages by using up and down on the D-pad. I thought
Nice.
I had to scroll all the way through horizontally.
Nah, you're fine there, Cathal.
Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time. What? The reason is quite simple. This witness has yet to speak about the absolute real truth. The absolute real truth? What are you... Witness, don't you understand yet?
Huh?
I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt on guard will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party. Not sure how Phoenix got permission to allow an 8-year-old girl into a courtroom, though. Well, I mean, in every case in the last game, he had Maya, a 17-year-old girl, just standing at the bench with him, and the judge never cared.
That's what the judge kind of.
And also, every single witness in this series commits perjury like mad, and you know, and never like actually gets in trouble for it. The judge is like, hey, that's a bad thing, and wags his finger at them, but you know, they never actually get charged with perjury. You will become the guilty party.
That's a lie. I don't believe you.
What?
I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty. What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it? I can't speak about it. I'm too scared.
It's Franziska von Karma. She's so pretty.
She is pretty, but huh?
Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another. Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself.
Then that right now, Miss Andrews is.
Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss von Karma. You know those colorful candy rings? Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, Matt on guard will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now. He's clinging on.
Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is get her not guilty. That is my only priority. It wasn't me. I'm begging you, please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help, please, someone help me.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
the court can't continue on like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do.
What I intend to do? Aren't you the judge? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
Right. I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did, and what she did not do. And save your game, player. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime.
Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious?
It was Miles
No
Edgeworth.
one else? It could be except the woman crying over there, right? This is
And
actually the person I'm
Edgeworth-
defending.
And Edgeworth put her up to it.
Oh, damn.
Come now. What will you do? What kind of man are you, right?
Force Andrews to testify. Have to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around that. But I can't bring myself to do it like this. No one she's making a face like that.
And imagine if every culprit pulled this, just like shot the puppy dog eyes at Phoenix.
Miss Andrews, I would like to know what you are really hiding.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing?
No, I do not. Sure, Mr. Ungard would get an acquittal, but in his place, he would be found guilty. And is this how you really want this to end? But be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me.
That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth.
You're wrong.
What a shame. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this. However... What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to close this to the court.
Stop.
Mr. Edgeworth? This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness.
What?
And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past.
Oh, stop, please stop.
No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here.
That's the second part of the suicide report. The attempted suicide report.
What will you do now, witness? Just so Kethel is up to speed. Celeste Impax was Adrian Andrews' mentor and the victim's manager. The victim being a fellow actor. She committed suicide 2 years ago, and Adrian, like, yeah, as Edward just said, tried to commit suicide after Celeste committed suicide because of a dependency issue. What will you do now, witness? You know what I'm about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews.
The secret of her dependent nature. Having other people know about it scares her more than anything else in this world. Please stop! I beg you! If people find out...
If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
Edgeworth, how could you be so cold?
However, before you die, I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips, no matter what I have to do. So, will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either is fine with me. Welcome back, almost. We're almost at the end here for tonight.
Almost. I'll talk, but please, help me. Nothing matters anymore.
My crime.
My crime. Hey, almost. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted. Honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then I stabbed once dead body with the knife and ripped off the bun. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. That's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume.
Stab the body
Okay.
with the knife. But why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious to pin the blame on a certain person? A certain cowardly man!
What do you mean by all of this? It might take this court a little while to understand, but...
Edgeworth's just
is
like,
the
y'all
truth.
stupid. The real killer is Matt! That scumbag of a man! I'll never forgive him! He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time! Last time? On Dragon Ball Z.
So, Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Carita, in the chest with the knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt on guard for the murder. And this is her crime. God forbid a woman do anything these days.
What? How is this possible?
They hate to see a girl boss winning.
Wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer?
Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination.
Good. Okay, now can we press her for everything she's worth? But you could tell from the state the room was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead? He had a scarf tied around his neck. But the scarf is a part of the Jerry Ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well.
I couldn't see the X's in his eyes.
That's why I thought I'd wake him up and went to pour the juice.
The splash in his face.
I realized what I did, formulating my plan. What is this plan you had? I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because Juan, who was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point, okay, to the world.
He has an eye in his stomach. If you shoot it, he will take extra damage.
So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt.
In your defense, you only added one letter to forge to get forget.
Yeah.
So the forgotten pieces of evidence were the knife and the button.
The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife. That was so you could get the knife, correct? The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. I was napping with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime. And then I stabbed. So you were the one to stab the victim with the knife. It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body on its own.
I was possessed, Your Honor.
Then, when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something. I used the button somehow to make Matt look even more suspect. Even more suspect? Something's wrong with that.
Even more suspect.
More sus.
So you thought to rip one of the buttons off and then plant it in Mr. Unguard's Hakama to make him sus.
Yes, that's why I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they? That's my favorite worst routine for a heavy inconvenience.
I had a bit of an inconvenience. An inconvenience named Lotta Hart.
She has an inconvenience. An inconvenience! There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway. I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Lotta.
And then it turns out to not be Lotta, and then Phoenix has to shave his head.
There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth.
Ah yes, my favorite couple in Ace Attorney. Wendy Oldbag and Raymond Gunn.
Oh fuck. Do you think that actually has ship art? Hang on. Looking this up right now. Okay. Oldbag. X. Lana. Something comes up.
Oh, you're shipping Lotta with Oldbag?
No, I'm just curious if it comes up.
Yeah, I ship Oldbag
Okay.
with Raymond. I ship Oldbag with Raymond Gunn personally.
Fair enough. Thank fuck. No one ships it. It's not here. There's no art.
Not yet, at least. Fan artists, you know what to do.
That's Miss Olbeck for you. I had already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once.
Oh, you got turned into ice cream?
So I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again. That's why I don't usually go there. You were the one who prepared that costume, weren't you? Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it into Han's guitar case the day before the award ceremony.
You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct?
Yes, Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it.
And be like, I'm the next samurai. I eat my own poop.
He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
Then I eat my own poop. And what is the secret?
That I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room with the samurai's costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
So I opened the guitar case with my toes instead. I think we've heard enough. So, after that, you went back to Mr. Unguard's room and planted the button.
Into Matt's Hakama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Then I snuck it out of a hotel and got rid of it.
My word, what does all this mean?
Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it?
It's actually pronounced Eggworth. The D is silent.
The real criminal is Mangard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk. Franziska, she's so pretty, Von Karma, huh?
Hello, I'm here.
She said that I should under no circumstances confess to what I had done. That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure.
But Franziska's not here, is she?
I had no choice but to believe in her words.
There's always a choice.
Usually the wrong one, sweetie.
What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer.
Well, wait, Your Honor.
Objection!
The defense still...
still.
Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything. Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. The cross-examination of this witness is over, and so is today's trial. You could not establish that the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright.
But.
Mr. Edwards, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning. Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for her detention immediately. That is all. Court is adjourned for today.
Oh shit.
Goodbye, Maya Fey.
Oh no. That's the look. Today's trial. It's over!
Despair.
Literal despair. We've never seen this set before. I didn't win an acquittal.
Witness, would you mind if I asked you something?
Edgeworth? What is it?
Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at that Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it?
Oh, this? Mr. Ray also asked about this. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. I remembered just now. I found this in the room on that day. The room.
Directed by Tommy Wiseau? That day?
Yes. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there right next to him. You found that card next to the victim's body. So it's evidence then. I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket.
Okay, so now that Maya's dead, we can send Miss Andrews to kleptomania therapy instead.
But it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right? No, it was just found next to his body. Yeah, I guess not, but it's still a strange card if you ask me. But as far as a clue to this case, I don't see why.
Hold it! Witness! That card! Give it to me! Hurry! I need it to complete my collection.
Edgeworth? You okay?
Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? I can't believe you hid this from me all this time.
I didn't mean to.
What is this all about?
I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. That card. Who in the world is it, and what does it mean? That's suspicious. Oh, shit.
Save your progress up to this point? Nah.
Please. No, oh god, yes.
One of these days I'm actually gonna pull that shit on you.
Oh my god.
Alright. That's gonna be it for tonight's Twitch chat. Hope y'all had fun. Hope y'all will join us tomorrow on Starburst channel for more Shin Megami Tensei. And come back here on Thursday, where it will be March 22nd, 5:24 p.m. at the Wright & Co. law offices. And we will hold a funeral for Maya, probably. Bye, Twitch chat. Loves y'all.
Love you, Twitch crap. Bye.